risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world.
The Great Dictator. Alright, so The Great Dictator is a movie starring Charlie Chaplin. This is a movie that came out in 1940. And this is one of my movies on my long list of classic movies that I want to watch and review or something around that. And I've always heard about The Great Dictator, mainly because I've watched the speech and I've seen people intercourse the scene with modern footage and how it's still relevant to this day. The basic premise of The Great Dictator is Charlie Chaplin is making a parody of Adolf Hitler in 1940. This is before World War II really even started, but you had Hitler doing his Hitler thing in the 1940s, killing Jews and all that, and Charlie Chaplin had the same kind of mustache that Hitler had, and basically he played two characters. He played a character known as the Barber, who was just this Jewish character who looked just like Hitler, and then you had, or they call him Hit, or Heschel, or something like that, and then you had the Dictator, who looked just like the Barber. And it was kind of a joke in itself, where it's basically saying where Hitler was Jewish, and you had a guy that looks just like him was Jewish, and you also had a Jewish guy running the country of the people who were wanting to kill the Jews. So overall, I enjoyed the movie. Mostly, it's a parody. It's a parody of Hitler, but it was a very important. I think it's a very important movie to really look back on, thinking that Charlie Chaplin, which was his really first talking picture, and Charlie Chaplin completely. And I thought the comedy in this movie is just hilarious, of how he's just moving up, he falls down. It's that very silent movie humor you find in a lot of movies. And I enjoyed a lot of the movie. I also, and that speech at the end of the movie is very powerful. Very great movie speech. Probably one of the best movie speeches of all time. I enjoy The Great Dictator. It's worth checking out if you've never seen it. I mean, it's a 1940s movie. It's not that long, so I recommend checking it out. But most people aren't going to go watch this movie, but hey, that's what you have me for, to tell you what I thought about the movie. So guys, I'm going to give The Great Dictator an A. Very good movie. So guys, have you seen The Great Dictator? What are your thoughts? Comment below, let me know. Guys, if you like the video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to see more, and tell your friends about Easy Nation. All too easy.